Spring Trifecta Spanish Tortilla. Think of this recipe as a template rather than a set of strict rules. You can swap in whatever vegetables are in season, use fresh herbs from your CSA share, add cheese, sausage, or keep it completely vegetarian. It's a wonderful way to use up those odds and ends from your fridge while creating something that feels special and satisfying. Start with 2 to 3 pounds of yellow potatoes. Really depends on your pan size and your preferences. Slice those evenly. You still do want a little texture to your potatoes, so it should look something like this. Now add 3 tablespoons of olive oil to your sliced potatoes and 1 teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix these as well as we can with our hands. You want to make sure all of the potatoes are coated evenly. Next, spread them on a large skillet. Now, they won't be fully spread out. That's okay. We're going to be doing a lot of stirring. Get those cooking on medium heat, and we'll begin to prep our vegetables. For the asparagus, I like to peel off the woody ends and even cut those off. I'll be using about 4 to 6 asparagus, depending on the size. And we're going to slice those into rounds. You can do the same thing if you're using scallions. I'm using a combo of scallions and leeks. And then a half cup of frozen peas. You could also use fresh peas. And my leeks were pretty small. That's why I added scallions as well. So we want about a 1/3 cup of some kind of allium. You could also use garlic scapes in here or green garlic. Depending on the size of your pan and the eggs, you can use 6 to 8 eggs. I had these tiny pullet eggs, so I used a lot more. Now we'll lightly scramble those eggs up and make sure to continue stirring your potatoes so that they're all having contact with the bottom of the pan. You might start to see this nice browning. There's going to be a lot of water in the pan from the potatoes, and I use that to know when it's time to cover them. So once that water disappears, I will add a lid to the potatoes so that they're steaming while they're cooking and cooking a little bit faster. You don't want the potatoes to be mushy, but you do want them to be tender. Now's a great time to add some spices. I like to use oregano, caraway, some thyme. A really key spice would be putting in some smoked paprika or maybe even some roasted red pepper flakes. Season as you'd like. Oh, and don't, of course, forget to add some black pepper. Once you have this nice brown color on most of your potatoes, remove them from the pan. Only do this if you want to use the same pan. I didn't want to do many dishes, so now I'm going to use the same pan to cook my vegetables. Do this pretty lightly. These guys are gonna roast in the oven for a little bit, so I just want them warm and not frozen anymore if you're using frozen veg. Then add your potatoes back into the pan. Give it a good stir to mix up all the ingredients. And then flatten these potatoes so that when you pour in your egg, everything is even. We're gonna cook this at 350 for 30 minutes or until the tortilla is solid. So just check on it. And here it is, a delicious Spanish tortilla, another dish that highlights and celebrates the beauty of spring.